What's up? What's up? What's up? How are we doing today? It's Big Med from the Willie Moore Jr. Show. I know you're maybe expecting Willie, but Willie is traveling right now, and I got his back. And I'm just excited to be here because we'll be talking to the one, the only Tasha Cobbs Leonard, and I'm excited to have her on with us. She has a new project out. We're going to get into all her business because she's just that amazing. And so, without further ado, here she is, the one and the only Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Hey, what's up? I got the claps going and everything. Good.
I hear it. I said we got a crowd tonight.
Hey, we going with it. Hey, first of all, I need to say this, Tasha. You know I love you and everything like that, but I want to thank you for my shirt. I got my shirt, baby. Yes, wow. Royalty is available right now. Let's just get into it, Tasha. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and you had to make a pivot. You had a plan, and you were like, I'm going to do this live album, and we're going to put it out. And then Corona said, not today. So you had to pivot. We all had a plan, and Corona messes up. So So first of all, how have you been handling just the pandemic in general? The quarantining and probably not traveling as much as you used to.
Yeah, I think all of us are adjusting. Every day is an adjustment with the pandemic. I believe it has caused all of us to be much more creative, which I think is a great thing. But our family's doing great. I've been enjoying time at home. Y'all know I tell you all the time I'm an introvert, so being at my house it's been awesome.
I want to talk to you about being an introvert because when you hit that stage, you're not any kind of an introvert. It's like a switch comes on, and I wasn't trying to go here, but that introvert that really kind of clicked with me. What's that like? What's that like? What's that like when does it happen before you go on stage? Does it hit when the lights hit? Like when does Tasha goes into Tasha Fierce? When does that happen?
The name is Sabrina Chance.
Sabrina Chance. Okay, yes. Come on now. When did Sabrina show up during the show?
You know what? It's probably before I go on. One of the things that keeps me motivated, though, is the people. Like, I love to hear testimonies about how the ministry impacts people's lives. So I believe that's just it's something that's a little different that kind of clicks on when I know it's time for ministry and that people's lives are going to be changed. So I always enjoy that. I really do.
Because like I said, anyone that's seen you perform know that it's you give everything out there. You absolutely do. Let's talk about the album a little bit. Now, I listened to the album and I was like, I just feel like there's a few more banjos that I'm used to than when it comes to you actually have a country sound in there in some of these parts, and you did that on purpose.
Yes.
Why that change and why did you want to go in that direction? And it's not for the whole album, but some songs on there as well.
Absolutely, it was very intentional. A part of my foundation is country music. A lot of people don't know that. I grew up, it's just all over the place. I grew up in a Pentecostal church. My father was a holiness preacher. My mother, however, was very into music. And so all styles of music. She loved Barry White, all of these, but she mostly loved country music, bluegrass, and Southern gospel. On Saturdays, either you're hearing CeCe Winans or Garth Brooks, it could be anything, So I love country music. I listen to it. My husband jokes about this with people because he'll tell them, if you get in Tasha's car, it's probably going to be playing some country music. So I love country music. And I felt like just kind of merging gospel. Country music tells stories. Gospel tells stories.
Exactly.
So you hear a lot of songs on this album that's fresh for me. It tells stories. Like there's a song called Mary's Song, and it really, the song, we wrote it from the perspective of Mary, Martha's sister, when Jesus visited their home. Like, what was she thinking? That song talks about how Mary may have been feeling. So these songs tell stories. Not all of them. There's a variety on this album. Of course, you're gonna get worship. You're gonna get the gospel. I tell people all the time, no matter what I listen to, gospel is my foundation. So, you're gonna hear gospel. You're gonna hear that Pentecostal roar that we're used to, Tasha, but you're also gonna get these different vibes. Like there's a song called In Spite of Me that has like this pop feel. I'm playing the guitar, so I
stop right there. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? No. See, I was waiting. It was on my list of questions. Guitar, where and how and when? You know what I'm saying? Because you have artists like Jonathan McReynolds, Travis Green. They come prepared. They come with the guitar. We met them with the guitar. We never met you with the guitar, but now you got a guitar in your hand. Where did this come from?
I want to represent for the ladies. I said,
right.
Playing my guitars around here. Give me a guitar.
Yeah.
So about 2 years ago, literally 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to do something different, kind of expand my musical abilities. And so I started playing acoustic guitar. It's really fun. It's hard. Now, it has been a challenge, but my goal was to, by the time my recording came, I wanted to at least play on one song. And so I met that goal, and I'm playing on the song In Spite of Me. It's been really, really good.
So what was that like for you when you practice? We're not used to, we don't know you for it, but now you're going to show it to the world, and not just because there's a whole bunch of videos you have out. So it's not just, listening, we're watching you play.
Yeah.
What is that like for you when you're like, okay, it's time to just let the world know I'm about to do this?
Let me tell you about life in the house with a maestro. He wasn't going to let me get out there sounding crazy. So he's been my trainer. Kenny doesn't play guitar, but he is well educated when it comes to music. So when I'm rehearsing, he would be like, that's the wrong chord. You can't play that like that. You can't get up there and just have the look and you're not sounding right. So my preparation was very intense. So I felt like I was prepared. I wouldn't have done it had I thought I wasn't prepared.
Of course.
So I was a little more confident because I knew that my preparation had been intense with my trainer.
And he said, "You're not about to go out here and embarrass me.
You're not going to embarrass me."
They know who your husband is. So talk to me about the pivot you made. So you had the plan of going, is it the Ryman? Am I saying it right? Ryman? Yeah. You had the plan of doing the live show at the Ryman. Of course, coronavirus hits. Mm-hmm. When did you decide we're still going to do this and you made that pivot?
Oh my goodness. And I think this is for everybody. You had plans. Those first few months, all of us was waiting, thinking, okay, this is going to blow over in the next few months. And so we just kind of waited. We would push it off. We were still selling tickets. So we had, thousands of people who were preparing to come. And the longer the pandemic was extended, the more conversations we started having, like, okay, Tasha, what are you going to do? And of course, at the beginning, my answer was, man, I wanted to do this live recording. So maybe we kind of push it back. So we actually moved the date back at first. Mm-hmm. I think we moved it back to like August or something, thinking, okay, maybe this is, I don't know what the date was. It couldn't have been August, but whatever it was, we pushed it back and that didn't work out. So they asked me, they said, what do you feel about still doing it there? So one thing about the Ryman Theater, it's a historic theater. It was originally built in the 1900s as a cathedral for revivals. Okay. A lot of people use it now. It's famous for so many different artists to come in and do shows, but originally it was a sanctuary. The original pews are still in there. This building is just so historic. And I felt like to do it there, it matched the dynamic of this album. Because when I first started to share the vision of the album, I would tell them it's about my history with Jesus. I want these songs to walk out the timeline of my life with Jesus. And so the theater just matched. And they asked me, they said, well, what do you feel about doing it with no audience? And my first thought, man, was, worship leaders always say we're doing this for an audience of one. And I really had an opportunity to do it for an audience of one. Yeah. And that's what made me decide, okay, we're going to move forward with this.
Well, I want people to see. I'm hoping this is ready. I'm not surprising you, Jasmine. I want people to see. Jasmine's my producer behind the scenes. I want to go into this video. It's called "Pour It Out."
Yeah.
I want everyone to take a chance to watch this and listen to it. And Tasha, talk to me about "Pour It Out." What is the song about?
So this song "Pour It Out," it was written by this guy, David Binion, amazing songwriter. And when the first time I heard him do it, I immediately thought, I got to release that song. This was before we knew anything about the pandemic. But the song really talks about people who are in a broken place. Whatever place you're in life, don't reserve your praise. Don't reserve your worship. Pour it out on him, and God will pour back on you. So this song is called "Pour It Out."
Right here. Go ahead. Go. Jasmine, run it. See, you know, when your face just be stuck like this, you know, when you got the stank face, just, and then whenever I see you, it's always a chorus of "Sing, Tasha." You know, we always. No, that is amazing. That is amazing. I got a chance to listen to it before we came on, and I was just like, "Yo, it's Tasha. This is what she does." And I want to take a moment to say that I'm proud of you, and I want you to understand why, not just for this album, but also the last time we had a conversation. We were in person together at the station. I was telling you, I'm like, look, Tasha, you can create content. Yeah. You are a personable person. You're funny. You know what I'm saying? I always enjoy talking to you. I was always saying you should do a podcast, whatever. Yeah. And then to see on YouTube.
Yeah.
Tasha got her own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Full of just your personalities. So, out there in full force. I just want to say I'm proud of you for doing it. Wow, I'm not saying it had anything to do with it, but I'm just saying I'm proud of you. Proud of you for doing it. Why did you decide to do that?
You know what? I during the pandemic, I started cooking, like finding all these things to do. I started doing my nails, just anything to do. And I would post little snippets on my Instagram, and my followers started saying, "You need a lifestyle channel. You need a lifestyle channel. We want to see more. We want to see more." And I started talking I talked to Kenny, my family, saying, "Hey, everybody's asking me to do a lifestyle channel." So I figured I would launch it. I launched it on my birthday. It was really, really fun. It's light. We talk about we talk about everything.
You do.
Sometimes we take questions from my followers and we'll answer those questions. It's just really, really fun. I think with social media and this virtual space, people get an opportunity not to just enjoy your music, but now they have an opportunity to really see your personality, see who you are outside of music. So it's been really fun.
Right. And some of the things that we learned about that I saw on your channel, one, you tried the vegan-ish. Then what was that? Look, my wife is honestly trying to do the same thing. She'd be like, "Babe, why don't you go ahead and try these vegan pancakes I made?" Okay, and sometimes it hit, and sometimes it's a miss. But I like one time she's like the vegan scrambled eggs. That was a miss, complete miss. We're not doing the vegan scrambled eggs. Oh no.
Exploring. We're enjoying exploring. Like I think one of the hardest things to find was a cheese that works, but we found one that is really, really good.
Which one do you like?
Called, babe, what is it called? He right there. Daya.
So you like the Daya? Okay. Really? It works. Yeah. Just don't do the Daya on vegan scrambled eggs. Oh,
that doesn't sound.
Woo, that wasn't good at all. You talked about Kenny, and another thing that came from this, you talked about a health scare for Kenny. And when I remember watching that, and I remember seeing your face on that. Well, if you don't mind, talking about it, did the doctor, just correct me if I'm wrong, did he say that he had a heart attack and and Kenny didn't even know he had a heart attack?
Right. Come on, we serve a mighty God. That's the first thing. This is an absolute testimony. Kenny was just having some chest pains that day. It was about a month and a half ago now. And we went to the emergency room. I mean, he was up doing meetings. You know what can he do? Working.
Yeah, working.
We went to the emergency room. I could not go in. So the doctor called saying, hey, your husband's actively having a heart attack right now. We have to send him downtown, you know. And so, of course, your faith is shaking immediately. I'm thinking, you know, my father passed away from a heart attack, you know. Ooh. So, but then my mother was here. She happened to be here. She prayed with me, and I bounced back. You gotta live the life that you sing about. I sing about faith. I sing about God being a healer, and so I had to live that out. So I had a chance to meet him at the ambulance. I laid hands on him really quick, and he went back into surgery when we later found out that it was a massive heart attack that he was having. He never lost consciousness, never lost the use of his limbs. I mean, his heart is in perfect shape right now. There was no damage to his heart. But of course, you know, that's the grace of God. That's the mercy of God. And so after that, we decided that we would change our lifestyle, change our eating habits, that we would leave no door open for the enemy to try to come in and to attack. So that's what made us change our lifestyle.
Man, I'm just happy to hear it. I know with me, and I have my own health things that I have to worry about, and my wife is on me. She stays on me. She's a nurse. You know, she's frontline worker, and she's like, look, you know, with COVID out here right now, we can't be playing these games. Right. You know, and so and so I'm just happy, you know, God bless your whole family for him to be able to make it through that without having to deal with the, you know, passing out or, you know, losing consciousness or anything like that. So I'm just happy, and I'm glad I was able to hear that testimony when I did on your YouTube channel, because you're doing a lot, Tasha. I really believe that, you know, when it comes to not just, you know, the singing, but also the YouTube channel, it's another form of ministry that, you know, people probably didn't think that, you know, you would do. And I'm glad that you're doing it. Wow. Speaking of the YouTube channel and all this, I've been a fan of the verses. The verses that's been going on, and we've had a couple gospel greats, you know, do it. We've had, Fred Hammond, we've had Kirk Franklin, John P. Key, you know, Hezekiah Walker. I just feel like we need to have a female, a woman of God verses. Okay. And I would just want to ask you if you know, if Swizz comes to you and say, hey, Tasha, who you want to go up against? Who would you say?
You know, I do not know. And I know that's not the answer that you want. You know, we all good. I just.
I don't know who I want. I know who I want.
I love Tamara. I've seen all these names. They throw these names. I love Jacqueline. You know, I think it would be fun. I think versus is healthy. I really do.
It is.
What you guys do. You know, you do the, what is it called? Where you put
Holy Ground.
Holy Grounds. You know, I think it's really healthy competition. Because a lot of times you have the unspoken competitions that are unhealthy. So it's really good to just go ahead and put it out there. I think versus has been awesome. But I don't know. I don't know who it would be.
Let me just tell you, I already know who I want. I would love to see you. Kiara, y'all. But here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it, right? Versus is never really versus. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's never really versus. It's basically a celebration of two artists. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That have similar styles or have a connection somehow. You and Kiara, I believe that you guys are almost have an album's worth of songs together. I was like, y'all contractually have like a song on each album with each other each time. I don't think Kiara's on this album, but I'm just she is. Yeah. I'm like, y'all gotta have about 7 albums. Y'all could have a best of both worlds album soon. What's going on now, Tasha? Let's go. So yeah, that's who I love to see, because I think that'd be an awesome tour. And I know you've been out together, but also, you know, let's be honest. You guys have the similar style, tone, and you have a bunch of songs together as well, so you can perform together. And I can
tell you this: it would be fun. It'd be. And I have the most fun together. It would be entertaining tour.
Absolutely. So I have a couple questions for you that are just kind of a little would you rather, if you will. Ooh. Are you ready for these? Ready for these? Now, there ain't nothing holy about these. Ain't nothing crazy, but ain't nothing holy about these. All right, here we go. Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Would you rather Have an endless supply of batteries or an endless supply of toilet paper?
Toilet paper. You got your devices around here working, but you ain't smelling good.
How about you can still hold on. You can still buy toilet paper, but you just have all the batteries you can ever want. There's so many batteries. Okay. Tasha Cobbs Leonard, would you rather have a maid or a personal chef for the rest of your life? You got a blended family.
They're whispering at me, trying to tell me what to say. This ain't The Price is Right.
It's what they want.
I'm gonna say a chef, and this is why, because we just talked about my lifestyle. So I need to help me figure out just different ways to do this. It can get boring if you don't have variety.
All right, here we go. Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Would you rather have 5 international plane tickets or 20 domestic plane tickets?
20 domestic plane tickets.
Really?
Yes.
You don't want to go all the way. You don't want to go to Greece or Santorini or nothing. No, if
you do the 20, you get your Sky Miles that will help you get the international.
Yeah, I see how you do it.
Logical thinking.
I see how you doing right there. I feel you. Oh no, I ain't gonna ask you that.
Oh God.
Oh, not gonna ask you that either. Okay, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, would you rather have an extra set of eyebrows on your forehead or a very hairy unibrow that you can't trim? These are the important questions people want to know.
Unibrow.
You have to go with the unibrow? That extra, yeah.
This is weird to have this. That's weird. Yeah. More people will still accept you with a unibrow.
With the unibrow, right.
I don't know what's wrong.
Oh my gosh. All right, one last one. Let's see. Would you rather wake up every morning and think you're a different person or wake up every day in a strange location?
Oh man, that's too hard. Well, it doesn't say that I can't get back home every day if I wake up.
That's true. That's true.
So
that's true. There's a lot of people that do that.
Oh man, come on.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, it's a reality for some people. You know what I'm saying? They wake up. How did I get here?
Oh,
no. Good Lord. Oh man, I've had a ball with you. I hope you've enjoyed your time with me. I don't know. Hey, hold on. Let me say, hey, Jasmine, my producer, how we are looking on time? Because I can keep going. I got more questions that I can ask Tasha Cobbs Leonard if you want me to. Just hit me in that private chat. When you perform, Tasha, what is your favorite thing to drink on the days of performances? Do you drink a lot of water? What are things you do? What are the things that you do not do when it's a performance day that you do on a normal basis?
Dairy. No dairy product. It causes phlegm. Don't get me started on this. I'm passionate about it.
Go ahead.
Vocal cords. For all of the singers out there that's listening, stay away from the dairy, the cheeses, all things that have acid. I know we like our tomato-based foods. It's not good for your vocal cords. It irritates them before a show, and that's when you have those airy vocals. But if you drink a lot of water, it keeps you hydrated, hydrates your vocal cords, which are muscles, and that gives you the best sound that you can have. I just gave a 2-minute webinar.
No. You say welcome. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Amen. That's because look, I love hearing that kind of stuff. When you have to go on tour tomorrow.
Okay.
Like you have to get ready to go and go on tour tomorrow. You're going on the 20-city tour tomorrow.
Okay.
What are you grabbing and putting in your bag right now? Like, I gotta go, and you gotta pack your bag right now. What you grabbing?
My cell phone.
Come on now.
My laptop. And this is for all the ladies, guys, cover your ears. But you got to have your body garments. All right.
Amen. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
Hey, fellas might have, there's body garments for us too.
Body garments.
Come on. Male Spanx. Let's go. I ain't mad at that at all. I ain't mad at that at all. Who was somebody when it came to learning the game? Who was like one of your biggest mentors when it came to the business side? Because what we haven't gotten into is your business acumen and what you, with the glasses, the fitness wear, things of that nature. Come on. And who was the person that kind of really helped you along with not just your ministry, but the business side of things as well?
Well, that's a great question. I have several different mentors for various areas of my life. Huge mentorship. Everybody knows William Murphy, as it pertains to ministry, is the ultimate mentor in my life.
Right.
There are several different people that I kind of mimicked or picked things from as it pertained to business. More than anything, it would be my parents. My father was a great money manager. So I picked up a lot of things from him. William McDowell is one of my mentors. A lot of people don't know this, but he has a degree in all things business and industry. And so
really?
To that, definitely William McDowell. I watch him. I watch how he manages his finances, manages his business. Is absolutely amazing.
And before we get out of here, let's be honest, we're dealing with a difficult time in this country. The world is dealing with a pandemic. You know, we have the vice president debate going on, about to start tonight.
Yeah.
Please go out and vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. There's still some cities, some states that you can still register to vote. Make sure you're registered. Even if you think you are, check. I had to check. I wanted to make sure, because I moved. I want to make sure I was still good.
Right.
So make sure you go out and vote. But what is God? And I tell people all the time, my antenna ain't really good when it comes to talking to God. Like, I don't know exactly when he's talking to me. I'm just like, I'm like that. I'm like the girl that I miss the signs, all the signs, right? But I know
and then you look back and say, "Oh, you did tell me that."
That's what he was trying to tell me then. Yeah, I'm that guy. But I know people like you, my guy Willie, they take a direct line and it's like, got you, God, on it, starting it right now. What is going on right now in this country? What has God told you? What are you feeling about what we're supposed to be doing with the rest of this year? Because I've been hearing a lot about 2020 vision, and it's like, oh, we just went blind. What happened? So I'm saying, so what are you getting?
I don't think that, I'm going to piggyback off what you just said. I don't think we went blind. I think we're actually seeing clearer than we've ever seen before, especially as the church. I believe we were, if we be honest, we were caught up in our routines. We knew that on Wednesday you go to church, Thursday you do rehearsal, Saturday you get ready for church, and it's a routine. Even with our songs, if you talk to worship leaders, you do your set list, you practice it on Thursdays. We had a routine in life, and there was not a lot of room for God to come in and say, but what about me? What about what I want? What do I want to do? Even in our personal lives, I think it has given us an opportunity to sit down, chill out, and really see what matters most. Whether it's family, whether it's ministry, whether it's our personal life. A lot of people have really seen in this season, I ain't as put together as I thought I was. I was on the brink of breaking, and I just didn't know it because my life was so cluttered. So I feel like now we're having an opportunity to really put our hope and our trust in God for the daily, not for something that we're believing for 20 years. Every single day, we got to trust God for what's happening tomorrow. And that is another level of faith. So I know everything seems so cluttered and it's aggravating and annoying, but if you sit back and really think about it, every single day, our trust and our hope in Jesus Christ has grown in this season.